Hi, welcome to M Pluto. My name is M. I'm going to be doing a general reading for you and the person on your mind. First, I'm going to start by pulling 5 oracle cards. If I'm feeling a little spicy, I will be doing 6. Let's get started. Spirit, tell me about the person on the Corinth's mind. Tell me about the person on the Corinth's mind. Okay, we have clout hungry, viral or nothing, lives for attention, makes SHIT up for drama. This could be like a pathological liar. Clout hungry is like so general. Like it could be like this person, social media wise, is clout hungry, but also like within social settings as well. Give me a couple more, Spirit. Why do my cards keep falling off the table? Okay. We have gossip and bad karma. So, gossip is I'm afraid of what other people will think, and bad karma. Okay. Spirit, give me a couple more, please. Why were they falling on the floor? That's so weird. Okay. Understanding. I see your side of the story. Okay. I'm picking up on some story, but I don't want to jump straight into it. Spirit, give me maybe one more. Do I want another? Okay, we also have daydreaming. I am always longing for you. I think we're good. I don't think we need an extra spicy today. Bottom of the deck is reveal. I want to tell you the truth. Okay? Okay, so the 5 oracle cards we have are clout hungry, gossip, bad karma, understanding, I see your side of the story, and daydreaming. I am always longing for you. Give me a second. Well, I'm getting immediately that this is somebody who maybe you know through a group setting or a social setting. I don't think that this is like you met them through an app and you guys have like no mutuals. I think that this is like some sort of social group. Or maybe you're close with family, or maybe you're close with siblings. The card that really stands out to me the most is clout hungry, viral or nothing, lives for attention, makes SHIT up for drama. Gossip, I'm afraid of what other people will think, but karma, understanding, see your side of the story, daydreaming. Okay, so I'm immediately getting that this person somehow, one way or another, crossed your boundaries. Okay, that's what I see your side of the story. That's what understanding is here for. I see your side of the story. I see how I crossed your boundaries. I see what I did there in hindsight. Clout hungry just keeps pulling at me. Viral or nothing, lives for attention, makes stuff up for drama. This person was, I don't want to say emotionally cheating. This person, though, is the attention seeker. There's somebody who really likes attention. It doesn't really matter who it's from. And like I said, I don't think it's like just viral. I don't think it's just like social media. I think it's more or less like they like to hold court. They like to talk to people, or whenever they're in a group situation or group setting, they like to be the center of attention. Like they want everyone to focus on them. Okay, that's what clout hungry is. Lives for attention, makes stuff up. They could also be a pathological liar. Now, this to me directly ties into understanding, because you could have confronted this person about how they acted. You could have pointed out that they really love attention and that they seek attention even from people that they don't like, and you could have pointed out to this person that, you know, hey, you're not even telling these people the truth. You're saying things that aren't true, or you're exaggerating some things. The next card that really stands out to me is bad karma. Bad karma to me says that there was a breakup. Because usually people do face karma, obviously, when they're in relationships. But part of me feels like this person is experiencing the type of karma or whatever you pointed out, whatever thing that they have, whatever boundary they pressed against you, whatever thing that really annoyed them about you, about them that they did, is happening to them. Because that's usually what bad karma is. I'll give you an example. If somebody cheats on you in a relationship, usually the bad karma will come out with they're in a relationship with someone and now that person's cheating on them. It's like a reciprocal loop. It's like a boomerang. So when I see bad karma and then I understand, I see your side of the story, that means to me that something that they did, more than likely when it came to some kind of attention seeking. Now, I also want to point out that the bottom of the deck is reveal. The bottom of the deck is I want to tell you the truth. Somebody was lying about something. Okay? And that bad karma could easily be tied to what they were lying about. I almost want to keep pushing, but not really, because I feel like I have enough. Somebody was lying about something. I'm not too sure about what it was, but it's enough for them to have to hide it from you. Whatever bad karma this person is receiving currently, right now as we speak, is probably exactly what they did to you. You may not know the ins and outs of what this person did to you, whether or not there was a third party. And I do want to say, I mean, there are some very weird cards under here that I don't really want to get into because they seem inappropriate. I mean, we have scarcity tactics, which, whatever. But we also have obsessive lover, which I don't want to get into that. That sounds disgusting to me. Not like beat into someone sexually, but I just feel like that card is like, ugh, whenever I see it. But also I see, okay, so anyway, back to this. There's something about them, like, there's something about the truth, right? Something about them doing something, and they're experiencing some sort of bad karma for it right now. They're paying karmic debt to whatever this truth is, right? At the same time, if you want to know who this person is, this is the person in your life who loves attention. This is the person in your life who is a pathological liar. This is someone who would even talk to people who they did not even like because they liked having attention. They love attention. I don't think this person got a lot of attention growing up. I think that this person was probably neglected from either their parents, but more than likely, the energy I'm really picking up here is that when this person was a kid, their parents did not. I'm not laughing at them, but when when this person was a kid, whenever they expressed interest in something, their family, their parents, their siblings, or whatever, whoever, they either thought it was lame or they didn't pay any attention to it. Now you have someone who is very attention seeking. Could be social media, yeah, but also loves to hold court, likes to get attention from people because there's something in them. There's something about how they feel about themselves. The more attention this person gets, especially from people they don't like, the better, because it makes them feel validated. It makes them feel like it takes them back all the way subconsciously to when they were a child and maybe like their sibling made fun of like a book they liked, they liked. And if they can win somebody over that like doesn't like them or make them laugh or like get them to like really focus in on them, they feel really like validated in some way. Okay, that being said, I see your side of the story. You could have pointed something out about this person's behavior. Could be their attention seeking. It could be their pathological lying, because we do have, I want to tell you the truth. There's something about this person also being a liar that's here. And they are receiving bad karma, and now they understand your side of the story. They're daydreaming about you, okay? I am always longing for you, so I'm going to assume that you guys are in separation. But the card that really gets to me is the gossip. I'm afraid of what other people will think. whenever I see this card, I just think it's a mystery. Because I'm like, well, what could this person have said that would make them afraid of what other people would think? I usually always get the same kind of energy that this is possibly an ex who badmouth you to maybe their family, right? They badmouth you to people who are foundational or structural. They didn't badmouth you to a neighbor. They didn't badmouth you to a mailman. They badmouthed you to, if you got back together with them, those people would sit there and look at them and be like, well, hey, didn't you say this about this person? So maybe it could be a sibling, maybe it could be a family. I'm afraid of what other people will think. This person, did this person tell people that you were cheating on them and they were cheating on you? Did this person tell people that that you were cheating on them, but they were cheating on you, and if they get back together with you, people will look at them and say, why are you back with someone that cheated on you? That's the bad karma. Because then it would be like, even if they did cheat on you, right? Even if they didn't like actually, like even if you didn't actually cheat on them, right? And you did get back together with them, they would have to face the humiliation of everyone thinking that they got back together with the cheater. Now that's not for everyone. For some people, they really are just experiencing bad karma. Maybe the people in their life are doing exactly what they've always done. I'm not really connecting that much to this read. It's all over the place, but I think I'm putting it together pretty well. I think that this is a person who possibly emotionally cheated or physically cheated in some way, or went out of their way to push your boundaries and seek out attention from other people that they shouldn't have outside of your relationship. That was inappropriate. And now that you've separated from them, you've cut that cord, they're looking back and reflecting. And as they're daydreaming, they are also experiencing a level of empathy where they are sitting back and they see your side of the story. They see possibly their clout hungry ways. That being said, because they see their clout hungry ways, they're concerned about what people will say about you guys getting back together because they did something. God, this is such a weird. It's not like, I don't know. Part of me also feels like look at this card. It says reveal. I want to tell you the truth. This is inside of a church. You might not be able to see it because there's so many lights on me. I want to tell you the truth. It's inside of a church. There's a glass and a glass you know how churches have like I don't know how to describe it, like glass like windows like where it's like art. They have that and they have pews. So when it says reveal, I want to tell you the truth. It's moral. It's not like, oh, I drank that last bit of orange juice. It's moral. There's something morally wrong here. Like it's almost confession. So I do think that somebody did do something. I kind of want to, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Well, we do have SHIT talking. No, we're not having that at the bottom of the deck. We do have SHIT talking, which I did kind of hint at. Like maybe it was that. Scarcity tactics, obsessive lover, running, girl fight, escape. We're gonna have to cut into the tarot. I hope that this was enough for you. I know that it may have been a little bit sparse, but I think that the general idea is there. This person did something for attention because there's something that, you know, they have an abandonment wound and other people know about it and they're afraid of what people would think if you guys got back together, and they're currently experiencing bad karma. Okay, now let's get into the tarot. Okay, Spirit, what is the current energy of the situation? What is the current energy of this situation? What is the current energy of the situation? What is the current energy? Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. This person messed up. Eight of Swords. This person feels mentally trapped. So the Ace of Cups is they want a new emotional offering. They want to get back together with you. They want to reach out. They want to start over. They want to go back to the beginning. They want an emotional rebirth with you, okay? What's getting in the way of that? Eight of Swords. Mentally trapped. Self-imposed restriction. Why? Because of the gossip. I'm afraid of what other people will think. People know about what this person did to you. They know what this person did to you. They want to come toward you. They can't because they're mentally limited. They know that they can't. They did something. And so it means that their actions toward you are uncertain. They feel powerless. They feel trapped in the situation because they are trying to save face. If they don't reconnect with you, people, rumors don't come out. If they don't say that they want to get back with you, you never know. It'll never come out, right? That's why we have, I won't reveal, I want to tell you the truth. There's a secret here. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which is very interesting. With the Eight of Swords, whenever you have the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords, this is racing thoughts. This person is not only mentally trapped, but they are literally trying their best to figure out a way to get out of it. They are ruminating over what they've done. It is like an endless nightmare of, I wish I had did something different. I wish I wouldn't have done that, which is why we have the card of understanding. I see your side of the story. I'm sure you do. After you messed up, after you possibly told somebody or told them that this person was good news and they weren't good news, now this person has a lot of racing thoughts. They don't know which direction to go in. They're basically, they're fighting themselves. They're fighting themselves. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Cups, which is like illusions, delusions. It's reality versus delusion, but it's also fantasies, and it's also multiple choices. Okay, so when I think about that compared to the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords, my first thought is that this Seven of Cups is basically fantasizing or overthinking about all the possible things that could come out. Okay, because the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords is just overthinking, it's fighting. And that Seven of Cups sort of proves it. It kind of says, well, if I come toward you, this person will say something. If I come to you, this will happen. If I come to you, this will happen. If I say this will happen. If somebody sees us out, this will happen. It's like this person, the current energy is like hyper awareness, wanting to come towards you, not having any ability to do that. Okay. How does this person currently see you? 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 Okay. 3 cards, Spirit. How does this person currently see you for it? Page of Swords. Okay. Why do these cards keep falling? Okay. Uh-oh. Queen of Cups. Page of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, first of all, you have them blocked. There's an emotional cutoff. Like you either, even if you are interacting with them, you're emotionally unavailable. You're cut off from them. How do they see you currently? Page of Swords, watchful, surveilling them, analyzing them. Okay, this is making them sweat. This is why they have the Eight of Swords energy. When when they think of you, they think of you being like, I see you. I know what you did last summer. They also see you as the Queen of Pentacles, someone who is stable, someone who protects themselves, someone who cares about themselves, someone who's abundant and also generous, someone who's wife material, someone who is also very nurturing. And we also have the Page of Pentacles, which is also a really interesting card. I think this person may see you as someone who's studious, someone who is you might like maybe being book smart. You could be someone who is, I don't want to say adventurous, but you are studious and bookish, and you're smart. Like you are always learning something, right? Or you're very resourceful. Okay, now, okay, how does this person genuinely feel about you right now? How does this person genuinely feel about you right now? How does this person genuinely feel about the court right now? Okay. How do they genuinely feel about the coin right now? I'm not taking that. How do they genuinely feel about the coin right now? How do they genuinely feel about the coin right now? Okay. Okay, bottom of the deck. They think that you are a couple of things. They think that you're patient, but they also think that you're reflective. They don't think that you're someone who is easy to... They don't think that you're someone who is forgetful. Okay? They think that you're someone who is analytical, someone who's reflective, someone who evaluates situation logistically, and also someone who's patient. They also they genuinely feel that you have that your heart is very open, that you have a beautiful heart, that you're creative, and that you're unique, and that you're forgiving. Okay. They also think that you're the Queen of Cups. They think that you're intuitive. They think that you're psychic. They think that you're nurturing. They think that you're wise. They think that you move from the heart forward, that you follow your heart. They also think that you're very compassionate. And the Six of Pentacles, which is they think that you're very fair. They think that you take care of the people that, you love, that you give instead of expecting anything in return. You're compassionate, you're a giver, you're a very kind person is how they view you. Okay, what is influencing or shaping their behavior currently? Okay. What is influencing or shaping their behavior currently? Okay, so what's influencing or shaping their behavior currently? The bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. Indecision, not wanting to look the truth in the face, not wanting to trust in one's intuition, being uncertain of the direction to take. That's what's influencing their behavior currently. We also have some interesting cards. We have the Nine of Cups. Now this card can be a wish fulfillment, but it's also the card of greed. It's a selfish card. It's a wish fulfillment in terms of what that person specifically wants. It doesn't include another person. It's just, this is what makes me happy, right? So this person could be following whatever makes them happy. It could be a card of instant gratification, okay? Another thing, the Emperor, control, rigid thinking, wanting to control the situation, not wanting to lose face. Not wanting to lose face, wanting to, that's that same thing, that's that gossip card, that's that I am afraid of what other people will think. This person does not want to look like they are out of control, which is what the Emperor is. And also the Ten of Swords, which is a brutal, painful ending, a failure of some sort. Your breakup, basically, is what's influencing What's influencing their behavior? A difficult cycle of completion, the ending of it. Okay. What is the lesson or theme this connection is meant to teach you? What is this lesson? What is this relationship? What lesson or theme is this connection meant to teach you? What lesson or theme is this connection meant to teach you? What lesson or theme is this connection meant to teach you? When to cut somebody off? Nine of Swords. When to let something go. Let's get another card. This person kept you worrying. They made you doubt yourself, and they could have lowered your self-esteem as well. And Judgment. Yeah, when to let go. We have, for what this is meant to teach you, the Five of Wands. Competition. Never compete for another person's love. There could have been a third party, or it's not even a third party per se. This person just made you compete for their attention, possibly because of that clout hungry card that lives for attention. This could have taught you that you shouldn't compete for, if someone loves you, one, you don't have to compete for their love. Two, when to let go, when to emotionally remove yourself from a situation. We also have the Nine of Swords. When someone makes you doubt yourself, over worry when you're losing sleep over someone, over something, that's another thing that this was meant to teach you. And Judgment. All this leads to the same thing. Letting things go. Judgment. They're reckoning out with the old and with the new. A wake-up call, listening to your higher self. So this person was in your life to teach you what you shouldn't be settling for, to have better boundaries, especially when it comes to things like competition or attention or having your needs not being met. That Nine of Swords, it means a lot of things, but sometimes the Nine of Swords to me means not having all the information, being gaslit, basically. Wanting to believe something that somebody says, but at the same time, things not adding up and you staying up all night trying to think about how what they said made sense, and trying your best to connect the dots, and the dots not connecting. Okay. What is this person's next moves? What is this person's next moves? What is this person's next move, Spirit? What is this person's next moves? Five of Cups. 10 of Cups. And then Death. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. This person's next moves is trying to boldly come toward you. The thing about the Knight of Wands is non-committal. It's impulsive. It's like liquid courage almost. It's something that you can do, but it's not sustainable. So it's moving towards you with a non-committal courage, bravery. They finally pushed past that gossip. They finally pushed past that emperor energy, right, to move toward you. But it ends up being something where they end up regretting. They're going to be disappointed with your response. They're going to realize that the 10 of Cups energy that they had for you is over. And how do we know it's over? Because we have Death here. Okay. So this person is going to move toward you boldly with non-committal energy. Okay. And then they're going to grieve the 10 of Cups, the happily ever after they envisioned with you. And they're going to realize it's dead. Death. Okay. Okay. Spirit, how does this end? In the future, how does this end? Is there anything else that we need to know about this dynamic before we close it? How does this end? How does this end? Ooh. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Strength. Strength is holding yourself back, restraining yourself, basically not moving forward, not giving in. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles here is obviously, is the juice worth squeezing, evaluating. However, because it's followed by the Five of Swords, which is conflict, disloyalty, ego issues, fighting, and the Queen of Swords, which is a woman who has the gift of discernment and intellectual authority and wants nothing but the honesty and truth, basically boundaries. This basically ends with you restraining yourself, not like holding back, remembering everything that they did, including all the fights, all the negative words, all the conflicts you had, the second guessing, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Pentacles energy, and then the Queen of Swords, having boundaries, discernment, looking for emotional honesty, not being easily swayed. Okay, so that's how this ends. Again, my name is M. This is M Pluto. Please like and subscribe and comment. We are a new channel. I hope that this reading was helpful to you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.